My name is Fumihiko Nara. I am a Secretary General of International Sumo Federation and Chairman of International Committee of Japan Sumo Federation. Lately, we have been seeing a lot of disordered tachiai and bad manners at dohyo-jo and dohyo-damari, particularly at international tournaments. Cases such as tachi-shiburi, who do not follow the instruction of the referees, have been strongly criticized by the organizing committee. We at International Sumo Federation promote sumo as a sport, but in order to comply with the rules and protect the dignity of the sport, we will seriously implement Tachiai in accordance with regulations at all tournaments from April 2024. I would like to ask each branch and federation to carefully check the video that will be played and not only implement this at the tournaments starting in April, but also to provide through guidance to athletes and referees. Thank you.
Sumo competition. Rule amendments for fairness at the Tachiai. This video was created in January 2024 by the Japan Sumo Federation. This video is for athletes, coaches, referees, and others to have a common understanding of the Tachiai's conduct. Tachiai in International Sumo Federation is stipulated by Articles 6, 7, and 29 of the International Sumo Federation Regulations on refereeing. During Tachiai, both athletes are supposed to perform the Tachiai following the vocal signals of the referee, but in recent years, Tachiai has been seen here and in various tournaments as shown below, which has an impact on tournament management. Here we will introduce some examples of bad Tachiai. The first one is the act of momentarily touching your hand during Tachiai to gain even the slightest advantage over your opponent. Now, let's look at an example of a bad Tachiai. The second example of bad Tachiai is not following the referee's calls and not making a move after taking a stance. Now, let's look at how they don't try to do anything. The third example of bad Tachiai is when a player intentionally does Tachiai first without following the referee's call of Hakeyoi. Please take a look. We have looked at bad examples so far, but now we will explain the revised Tachiai. First, when your name is called, go up onto the dohyo. Chili Chozu or Risu Rei Bo will be performed in the Tokudawara in the east and west. Move to the center dividing line and perform Sankyo. From this position, follow the main referee's call of Kama Ete and crouch, spreading your knees and lowering your hips. Next, the main referee calls out Ryo Te wo Doji ni Suite, and both athletes crouch with both their hands down. After the main referee confirms that both athletes are stationary, he calls out Hikimasu Yo, followed by Hakeyoi. At the shout of Shobuata, the participants move back to the Tokudawara on the east and west sides, perform Risu Rei Bao, and the winner receives Katina no Ri and descends from the dohyo. Now, let's check the flow after the Tachiai revision. How was that? Ryote wo doji ni suite and Hikimasu yo have been added between Kamaite and Hakeyoi in the current flow of Tachiai. Next, we will explain the precautions related to this Tachiai revision. Please note that athletes must follow the main referee's instructions to Ryote wo doji ni suite and always lower both hands at the same time when taking their stance. Let's look at videos of bad and good examples.
両手を同時について
Did you understand? Both athlete did not follow the main referee's instruction to Ryote wo doji ni suite and first used only his one hand, then placed his other hand to create a separation. This is an act that did not follow the main referee's instructions.
構えて 両手を同時について
Continuing, let's look at cases in which Tachiai fails according to the referee's perspective. There are mainly three patterns in which Tachiai fails due to the referee's instructions and decisions. The first is when the main referee calls Mata. If the main referee deems that an inappropriate Tachiai has been performed, such as an athlete standing up before the shout of Hakeyoi, he will call Mata and repeat the Tachiai.
構えて 両手を同時について 引きますよ またまたまた
The second case is when the chief referee recognizes the failure of Tachiai, regardless of the main referee's calls. If the chief referee recognizes the failure of Tachiai, he or she will immediately raise his right hand to stop the competition.
構えて 両手を同時について 引きますよ 悪意 待った待った待った
The third case is when the assistant referee raises an objection regarding the failure of Tachiai after the competition has ended. The decision on whether a Tachiai is successful or not is left to the chief referee. But if the assistant referee recognizes that a Tachiai has not been established, an objection can be filed after the competition is over. In this case, the decision will be made through consultation among the referees.
構えて 両手を同時について引きますよ 悪意 長ったしょばった
Now, after the match, the East assistant referee raised his hand to complain that Tachiai was not successful. The chief referee also confirmed the assistant referee in East and raised his hand to discuss the matter. During the discussion, the chief referee instructed the participants to bring a tablet device to check the footage of the Tachiai on a tablet device, after checking the video to see if it was unsuccessful. And because of the discussion, Tachiai was unsuccessful, so it has been declared a totally now she. How was that? This is all about Tachiai's revision. We are preparing for the Tachiai revision to take effect on April 1st, 2024, for matches and tournaments held by the Japan Sumo Federation. We ask all athletes, coaches, and referees who are watching this video to incorporate it into their training and instruction in time for the implementation of the change on April 1st, 2024.